Hey everyone, Greeno here and welcome to another video here on my Greeno Eats channel. As you can see behind my head there, I am outside a Morrisons store. This is Morrisons in Weymouth, and yet again it's a too good to go magic bag for you today. Now I've already picked up a magic bag from here once before, which was, I think they call it sandwiches and cakes. It's something you pick up at the end of the day from the cafe. But this time I've managed to pick up a hot food bag on the app. So we're going to go and pick that up. I don't know what it's going to involve, whether it's going to be lunch stuff, whether it's going to be breakfast stuff that was left over. I've got to pick it up between 2 and 2:30 p.m, so it could be a bit of either, a bit of both. We'll see. But I'm going to go in and get it, we'll take it home and we'll have a look. Right, so I've made it back to Greeno Towers, picked up the bag in Morrisons. Here it is. There we go. Now this magic bag is one of the cheaper ones on the app. It's £2.49. And there should be about £7.50's worth of food as a minimum in there. Like I say, I pick it up just after lunchtime, so between 2 and 2:30. I actually went there at 2:20 and picked it up. It wasn't ready at that point, but it didn't take them long in the kitchen to put it together. So I'm going to be interested to see what we get. Obviously, they'll have been through a breakfast service there, they'll have been through the lunch service, so it could be a bit of both, could be more of one than the other. But what we've got in this bag, let me get one of these things out here. So we've got like these takeaway cartons with a reasonable weight to it, in fairness, and there's 2 of them in the bag. So I think rather than showing you in those boxes where I may have like moved around a little bit while I've been travelling and whatever, probably best if I put them out onto plates and we'll have a look at them in the dining room at what we've got. Right then folks, we've moved from the lounge via the kitchen into the dining room. I mentioned earlier on in the video that it could have been a mix of breakfast and lunch items, and that's how it's turned out. So we'll start off with the breakfast one. Let's take a look at it. So there we go. This is what I got in one of those boxes. So we have 3 sausages, 2 slices of black pudding, 3 rashers of bacon, and 3 big hash browns. So these are obviously from the Morrisons breakfast selection. Now for me, this bacon is a little sort of undercooked and insipid looking, but the good thing is, obviously being bacon, there's nothing to stop me reheating it. I could warm it up in the air fryer or whatever, just to get a little bit more coloration on that fat, and that'll go great into a bacon sandwich or something. Similarly for the hash browns, easy enough to warm up in the air fryer, and I suppose the black pudding too. So overall, for one of the 2 boxes, this little selection of breakfast treats is pretty good. But what have we got on the other one? So here are the contents of box number 2. So we have half a chicken here, which looks pretty good. It's certainly much more sizable than one I picked up from a harvester a good while ago, in fairness, which I referred to as a tragic bag rather than a magic bag. So yes, that's a nice looking half a chicken. If we rotate that round, you can get a good look at it. That looks nice. And there's a little bit of peas and carrots, which would have been obviously on the lunch selection. Again, the peas have probably been cooked for a while or kept warm for a while. The carrots are a little bit soggy, floppy. So I guess they would have been good cooked. You probably could reheat them, but what I might do is actually use them to make a little bit of soup at some point. Chop up an onion, a little potato, bit of stock, whack those veggies in, and you've got a really easy veggie soup in about 10 minutes. The chicken, like I say, it's a good sized piece of chicken. Being on the bone, I probably wouldn't want to reheat that. I'm not very keen on food poisoning. So what I might do is either strip it off the bone and use it just to have in sandwiches or with a salad or something, or I could again take it off the bone, chop little bits of it up, make a fried rice or curry or something like that out with the actual chicken meat. So yeah, that's a pretty good deal really, isn't it? Let me know in the comment section down below whether you've had any too good to go bags from Morrisons. The one near to me in Weymouth does 3 different bags during the day. They do in the evening a cakes and sandwiches bag, which I've had before. I'll link that video down in the description below if you haven't seen that one yet. They do from their brew cafe kind of thing. So I guess that's more like toasties and all that kind of thing. That sort of mid-late afternoon. And they do this hot food one, which is always the same time between 2 and 2:30. So it's a lot of different variety. Plus, of course, the actual store itself does magic bags for just general groceries. I did pick one up in the Morrisons store in Blandford, I think, a long time ago, which wasn't very inspiring, but it had a lot of good staples in it, I suppose, and that's kind of what it's all about. So Morrisons are really buying into this too good to go thing, and fair play to them for it, you know. Really minimising food waste, and that's what this app is all about. Now, I have to say, I'm really happy with this. I mean, that's a really good breakfast selection, isn't it? All you got to do, let's say you could knock up a couple of eggs, open a tin of beans, and there's breakfast for 2 people there easily. That's really good. The chicken, I say a good size half a chicken and some vegetables. I mean, that's a good lunch for anybody, isn't it? You know, like I say, if I strip the chicken off, there'd be enough chicken for 2 people to put into a curry or something. And you could use the veg, like I say, either in that curry perhaps, or to make a little soup, or you could just eat it as it is. Like I say, I've had to drive home with this, so it probably would have been hotter in the shop. So yeah, if I lived around the corner, I could have probably taken it home and eaten it straight away, and that would have been a really good meal. But there we are. I think for £2.49 for that amount of food, this one is an absolute winner. Right then, folks, so that's going to be it from me for today. I've got a fair amount of grub here to tuck into, haven't I? I think I might go and get the air fryer on and make myself a bacon sandwich. That sounds like a good plan. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget, click that thumbs up button, and it does help with the channel. And if you're new around here and you're not yet subscribed and you like what you've seen, click that subscribe button. Ding your little bell for notifications, and you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. Actually saying I'm going to have a bacon sandwich. I've got a sausage here. Give that a go. Yeah, not bad. Right, that's it. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.